Welcome to a brief demo of the features of DripRow Pro. You can get started by creating your account, and then you'll be asked to either create your first field or create a demo field. Let's create a field. My current location is going to be shown on the map, and I can just start clicking points to outline where I want to create the boundaries of my field. On each one of these, I can click further around the field, and this is going to draw the boundaries of the field that I'm interested in planning and getting details about. So I can just add each one of these points. If I need to change something or rearrange one of the points, I can of course undo, delete one of the selected points, or clear the entire field polygon that I've drawn and start over. At the end, I'm going to save and move on to the next step of creating this field. On the next step, I want to make sure I provide some additional details on this field, like a descriptive field name, the crop type that I'm planting, the planting date, as well as the drip tape flow rate and the row spacing. These are all important details so I can get accurate recommendations from the app. Now that I've created my field, the app has automatically pulled in some details about my field that we can look at. So for starters, let's look at soil zones. So it has pulled in all the soil zones for the field by definition, and you can get things like the available water capacity and what area percentage that soil type is of the field. Looking at other things, under Tools and Insights, I've got a lot of different pages I can go through here. For starters, Disease Outlook. So this is taking the field and looking for low points in the field that may be prone to more diseases like downy mildew and diseases like this. I also have a regional risk calendar. This is using historical data, looking at the geographical location of the field, and using the historical data to determine if it is highly susceptible to that downy mildew at this time of year. Secondly, Weather Insights. I'm pulling in the next 7 days of weather here, and I'm actually trying to tell you if the spray window for this field is optimal. Based off of several conditions here, based on the upcoming rain, what the weather conditions look like that day, depending on the soil type of the field, if it will hold water because of a recent rain, all these different details. And you can go through each one of these different squares to see kind of what the conditions are that makes it green or orange or red. So this is both spray window and field accessibility. As you can see here, there are some accessible spots of the field, but in the afternoon, probably not, because it looks like it's going to be raining and it's not a good time to get into the field because of wet conditions. Further down, fertigation management. This is where you can calculate the amount of fertilizer that you need to put out on a daily basis to your field. So here I've got my field acreage already calculated. I can choose one of the standard fertilizers, choose one of the standard in rates for watermelons. This is pulling in some data that's automatically been calculated for the crop, and it's telling me what is the fertigation that I need to input on a daily basis for the different in rates throughout the crop's growth cycle and planting cycle. All the details of how we got this is available lower in View Calculation Details, so if I ever want to explain how we got to the certain one, here's all the nitty-gritty details of how that fertigation recommendation was derived. And then finally, on irrigation planning, this is where we actually tell you, based off the field acreage, based off the flow rate for your drip tape, how much irrigation and how much water and what the total run time should be for the day, broken down by each one of the cycles. So all the details on how we got it is here, but this is where you could point a farmer could look at and say, this is exactly how many cycles you need to run on your field for the day and how long each one of them should be. Thank you for trying out the beta, and we look forward to your feedback. Please email jessymiller.jom@gmail.com if you have any. Thank you so much.